and welcome back to today's Creative Shed. It's lovely to have you back again. In the last video we were making musical instruments or shakers, and so I moved on a little bit with that same theme, with that same idea. As something I was talking about when I was doing the last video was putting things into a bottle to make it like a kind of rainmaker sound. Now this isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. All I did was make some holes. I have an abundance of these like little scoopy things. I just couldn't bear to stick them in the recycling because I thought maybe one day, ta-da, they would come in handy. So it's not super, like I said, it's not super good at the moment, and I think maybe what might be good is if the holes went through. So I've done a little hole on this side here, and then just slotted them in. All I did was cut them with a scalpel, very small, and then just slot them in. Didn't make the hole big or anything. But I think maybe doing one on the opposite side and just having it go all the way through would be actually really, really handy. So this is what it sounds like anyway. So this could probably do with, I obviously have a leak in this bottle as well. I can't tell where the rice is escaping from. Just a little bit of tape would fix that issue. But yeah, so it's kind of working. But I suppose it's all about trial and error and like going, okay, so that didn't work. So what could I do to improve it? Also, because the weather is so gorgeous outside, when you're having your ice cream, you could save the lollipop sticks and do the same principle and just maybe even have them when you're slotting them in quite close together, so it makes it more difficult for the rice to fall down. So that was the shakers anyway. Then leading on, I was thinking about, okay, stringed instruments like guitars and stuff like that. And what could you make them out of things that you might have at home? One of the items you could make them out of would be a shoebox. So you could cut a hole and then put an nice big elastic bands around them. Or if you've got any elastic that you would use for clothing, you could use that as well. Anything else stringy, strummable? I'll keep thinking about that. But the one that I kind of thought was, this is just a plastic takeaway container, really handy for storing food and stuff. But I was thinking it's already kind of got this little template of a hole to cut out just here. So I'm going to do that really, really fast. There we go. And then I was thinking it's kind of almost guitar shaped already, and then the elastic band wouldn't have a huge distance to go over in order to get that kind of strummy, plucky action. And let me see now. Oh, okay, make sure you go all the way around, otherwise you end up with a little crack in it. Now we used to have like a million elastic bands, but of course when I want to use them for things like this, can I find any? No. So I've got three different kind of thicknesses to give us the different sounds, and you could go this way or you could go the long ways. I just don't trust these elastic bands to be able to cope with going the other way. And then I wonder, I haven't actually tried this or anything. I like just trying and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't, and then going, all right, so what can we do to improve that, make it better? Now, let's see. Beautiful. This might be my Eurovision entry for next year. Quite cool though. It's actually not a bad sound. I feel like I've got a banjo. Now, to make it even cooler, what you could do is get a piece of cardboard. You know how I love the cardboard? Piece of cardboard and actually turn it into maybe a little micro guitar by drawing the shape of the guitar, cutting out your hole there so you can pluck away, and then you could hold your micro guitar and decorate the piece on the front. So that's what it would look like on the back. I think that would work quite nicely. So that one more time. Encore. D, D, D. E, E, E. I actually don't know my musical notes at all. Okay, well, that's coming up. I'm doing really well on this video, coming up to 5 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed today. Oh, while I have a second or two, you might have noticed that I've got my birdie hanging up here. So this bird was made from tin foil, squashed together. I made the wings from an old cough bottle box piece of card found out of my recycling bin, and then I've actually strung it up on nylon on a fishing wire, which I know probably at the moment it would be difficult to get hold of. It's really handy stuff to have anyway, particularly for hanging. I bought it from this lovely guy who has a shop down just on Abbey Street in Dublin. And he has a little dog. He's like Father Christmas's cousin or something. But yeah, so that's how I made that. And then I just added on the gold tissue paper. Now you could use tinfoil if you wanted something shiny, but it works really, really nicely. And you could think about maybe turning any animals or birds that you've made into like hanging decorations. And then behind me, I've also got some artwork that was created with myself, and we were working together, myself and my little girl, and she's just coming up to 2 years old. And so we did a bit of painting, we've done a bit of collage, and we did a bit of collage on this. And this one is actually the back of a card pizza box, so where you get by just your base. So that's what I used for that one there. Anyway, now I've gone well over, so thanks again, and sure we'll be seeing you in the next one. All right, take care now. Thank you.